3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of Clapperboard right here on Japajantis TV. This is a show where we shine spotlight on the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest talents from Nigeria and across Africa, celebrating their stories and their unstoppable creativity. From the studios to the streets, Clapperboard is your backstage pass into the lives, the journeys, and passion of the stars shaping African music, movies, fashion, arts, and entertainment on a global stage. And today, we kick off this exciting adventure with a truly remarkable guest. He is an actor whose presence commands attention, whose performances cut deep, and whose versatility has made him one of Nollywood's most compelling leading men. You have seen him bring characters to life with power, with emotion and charisma, and now he's here to talk about his latest cinema project, Olamide. For our premiere episode, we couldn't have asked for a better trailblazer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome William Benson. And you get ready because his story is inspiring, his craft is undeniable, and this conversation is one you won't want to miss. This is Clapperboard, and we're just getting started. Right, it feels so good to finally have you here. It's such a pleasure to be with you, Brosifi. They call me Soap now.
I don't cut soap, Tayo.
I swear, I've seen several interviews that you've granted and everybody's asking you to cut soap.
Yeah.
It looks like that's the in thing now.
Yes, it is. You have cut soap for me, and you have brotherly.
Brotherly.
And, most especially, cut soap for me actually cut through to a lot of people because of the emotion that drove that particular scene. And it was the crux of it all when a man loses his
pride.
His pride, his humanity, because of the way he's been mistreated by society and by people. And finally, there's a glimmer of hope. And within this same frame of hope, you just have to sell yourself. You just have to you just see a man who was true to his emotion, what he was actually going through. Men in the society we live in today, they say men don't cry. Men don't break. Men don't. But the truth is, they may not break in front of you, the wife. They may not break in front of you, the children. They may not break in front of you, the siblings. But they break. In their silent space, they break. And you could see when the boss said, Idia should take the wife and everybody to go inside. Men want to talk. And when he looked away from a boss and towards the entrance where they went through, there is the admiration for the wife.
Right.
There's that admiration for a woman who, no matter what, stood by him. Even in his weakness, stood by him. Even with the insult from the mother, stood by him. Even with everything that was happening. So naturally, there are things that might happen in the cause of it. But you can excuse those things because no matter, there's a limit to which a woman can take in a marriage.
Absolutely.
And if she takes it up to 70%, if she breaks by 1%, 2%,
she's only been human.
She's only been human. So at that point, he felt the rush of emotions running through with everything he's gone through. This is the only way I can make it. I need to really get across to this guy standing in front of me, my hope, somebody who set me free from the bondage of debt, embarrassment, and all that. So with that, would I say catharsis or emotion? You could see how open and vulnerable he became. Brotherly, I take God back you. Cut soup for me.
And I mean, you did convey lots of powerful emotions in that movie. And I managed to, I'm trying to understand how you were able to manage it. The one that really got to me was when at the hospital scene, where you said, "What do you want from me?"
So,
and also when your uncles came to you
Yeah.
to ask for, they brought with the least.
So one
And you were
grave,
like, one grave,
one coffin,
san.
one shovel, sansan.
This is going to be it.
I was born at a time Nigeria was quite okay. I could remember running naked on the streets, and the fences we had then were not higher than this, and these were just spikes.
Right.
And you are living in a compound where you have spikes, there's stone to separate the walkway from the gardens and all that. And you as a kid, you have your bath outside, you compete with your brothers, you jump from one person's back to the other. Your father loves you, your mother loves you. And then the oil boom period, and things started showing parents, as it were, and the political terrain became tougher. The military took over. Shagari and Mbadiwe, I think, were together. Then Buhari and Buhari and Idiagbon stepped in. Then Babangida.
Right.
So you could see the growth from that point. Then going to school. It was one thing I made sure of, no matter how tough things were then, I made sure that even if my uniform was torn, I must wash it. I must put it together. And I wear my rag with dignity, which has always been my mantra. I may not have all the funds there are to purchase all the things I need, but the ones that I have, I'll make it look like gold within the frame where I find myself. And my father taught me God. My mother taught me business, like I always tell people. And you say, oh, how did that happen? So I've always watched my father go to church. They beat us to church. They drag us to church and all that, which is, they say, bring up a child in the way it ought to go, so that when the child grows up, he or she will not depart from it. And whilst that was on, my mother was a clearing and forwarding agent, and also a transporter. Right. So I watch her when she comes back. You see loads of money on the table. My father never begrudged her of maybe having more money than he does, but there were aspects of my father that I never liked. But growing up, I watched my mom do business, and she was the one who taught me how to cook. I love cooking a lot. And aside what she taught me, she gave me the basic education with cooking and all that. And I had to learn the others by trying my hands out and watching intercontinental cooking programs and competitions and all of that. And in doing that, she said to me, William, I don't want a woman to mistreat you with food. And I will boldly tell you, if you put 10 women here to cook or 100 women here to cook, my food will still stand up.
Nice. Energy. I love it.
I know they will complain. I say, what's wrong with this one? That beats me. It's just the fact that I love cooking. And if you love doing what you do, you try your hands out in a lot of things. Then with God, is one person I've never, ever taken out of my equation as a child or as a man. I'm quite inquisitive. I'm very spongy, and I'm very committed to whatever I lay my hands on to do. My father would drag us to church. Take us to church. When you don't go to church, you get spanked and all that, and you know why you're being spanked, because you don't disrespect your father.
Yeah.
Then if you can't disrespect your earthly father, why do you want to disrespect the creator of the heavens and the earth? And that I imbibed, and it really shaped my journey. So I morphed from my primary school to secondary school. So there was this period where we're leaving. I don't know if you know K2 very well.
I do.
So we're living in K2, and that mile 12.
Okay.
And this particular period, I went to work with my mom, and we finished working, and For the first time in my life, she paid me.
Paid you?
Yes.
Nice.
She paid me 13,000 naira then. And 13,000 naira at that time, I bet you will almost be like 1 point something million.
I can imagine.
I'm not joking. And when she paid me, I was like, wow. And prior to that, I loved Maryland very much. So what I did was I would go to Maryland, I would walk the whole street, calling it to be that I'm going to live in this area. I'm going to live in this area. I will go today. Sometimes I'll just take the back of Ojota called Olatunji. I'll use it to enter Mende, then go around Mende, go around Oki Lane, go around Sumola, go around. I was just calling it to be, I'm going to live in this area. I'm going to live in Maryland. I'm going to live in Maryland.
Is that where you live now?
So I lived in Maryland. So why I'm going there is the fact that once that money came, I did two things. The first one was to consider my mom because of her health issues. She had she used to have high blood pressure, and later on in her older years, she morphed into she being diabetic. So when she paid me that money, I was like, I need to help this woman. I need to help this woman. What do I do? We all leave home from mile 12, going to school in Apapa Wharf. And no mother or father's heart will be at peace when their children go to school in that distance and they enter buses and you hear today they kidnap this or tomorrow an accident happened and all that. So I was very considerate. So when she paid me that money, the two things I did was I quietly changed my school.
By yourself?
By myself.
Okay.
So I walked so LED used to be in Maryland, the back of St. Agnes Catholic Church. So I walked in there and I told them I want to change my school. They said, you go to the school you want to change and speak to the teachers there. So maybe the head teacher might work something out. So I went to the school I wanted. It's just like 5 minutes from my house, which was Koshofe College.
Right.
So I went there and I went to the teachers' lounge or where they sit. And I said, I want to speak with the head teacher. And they pointed him to me. I still remember.
How old were you then?
I was 14.
Oh, that's some energy.
Yeah. So I was very, very, very... so I walked up to him. He said, what do you want? I said, sir, this is what is going on. This is what is going on. And I want to change my school. I've gone to LED and they said XYZ. I should meet with somebody in the school I want to go to. And I told him, this is the school I want to come to. Any which way you want to help me, I need that help. So he said, okay, you go and you get me your results from your former school and all that. Then he said, come and meet me the next day. And I went there and he took me to LED and we did the whole process. We paid the money we needed to pay. Wow. And I paid him what I needed to pay him, which was almost like 500 or 600.
How did your mother feel when she realized you did that for her?
That's where I'm heading to.
Great.
So when I finished, I bought my uniform, bought my books. I was ready. Then the next day, she said, are you not going to school? I said, no. I said, why? I said, because I changed my school.
What?
I said, what? Why? I said, because I know I've worked with you. I see what you go through going to work. And when you're at work, you walk from bat 1 to bat 2 to bat 3 to bat 19. And one bat is as long as this train station to this building.
Wow.
Even more than this. And you have it up to 19. Because of the trucks that are parked in the middle of the road to the end. So there's endless traffic. Yeah. So you can't drive in. So you are compelled to walk. So we did it. My mom can do that like 8 to 10 times in one day.
Oh my God.
And with her condition and all that. So when I said, that's why I changed. She just looked at me. Said, okay, I'll buy your uniform. I said, I've paid. She was like, books, I have paid. So for that sole reason, he said, who did it for you? I brought her to the man. So they changed my siblings, all of them. So it was just come out of the house, take a stroll through a narrow street, and you come out at your school, then you go in. So we were at peace. Nobody is at the high road or trying to get to school or humping or jumping bus and all that. And that was how I changed my school. Then the second thing I did, that one I didn't tell that I I rented an apartment in Maryland.
No way.
I'm not joking.
At 14.
Yep.
Okay. Were you thinking to live by yourself then?
I love the area. I'm very inspired by things that people are not inspired by. I'm not someone who sits quietly and be idle. I just want to be doing something. If I am not working as an actor, I am reading. If I'm not reading, I'm writing. If I'm not writing, I am making perfumes and all that. I just need to be handy. And if I'm not doing perfume, I'm cooking. I must be doing something because all you have to survive in this life is adventure. And for every adventure you conquer, you're looking forward to the next one. And if you do not find the next one, you get into the quagmire of boredom, depression. And the reason why depression is there, we say is health, whatever. No, is the lack of adventure, because most times we like isolating ourselves from people. No man is an island. You must always network with people, because a lot of times if you don't find the adventure by yourself, someone else will find an adventure that you can play in within and all that. Then it inspires you to see the next adventure. It's like coming into this place. If you didn't open the door downstairs, you don't know how many staircases you're going to climb. Yeah. And once you open the door and you step in, once you see the staircase, you don't know how many doors are above. And when you climb the staircase, you now don't know which door to enter unless someone directs you and says, oh, come in here. And when you go in there, they tell you, oh, you sit here. So you just see that every step of the way, you are actioning something. And that thing you are actioning keeps opening you up to what you should do.
Now I'm going to add philosopher to your title going forward. But yeah, let's talk about the days and the weeks and the months and years leading to 2020. You know, when you were, for want of conversation, not noticed yet, despite the hard work you put into it. Tell me how that was for you, being behind the scene. So, tell me how the level of frustration, how you felt that time, when you weren't getting the accolades that you truly deserved. How did that feel, that period for you?
I never got frustrated, really, because a lot of times when I tell you I got frustrated, sometimes what I count to be frustrating most times are the propelling factors that takes you to the next stage in life, the next level. And what is the frustration? Maybe I don't have money to go to rehearsals. But my mom was very effective for me because she loved that I was busy. So sometimes I can say, oh, Mom, I need to go to this and all that. All these were the paying times because I didn't go to the university to study theater or to study acting. Started from that same school I was in. Right. A man came in and said he wants to do a play, and the play he wants to do is a play on Fela. Right. And I said, okay. And I ended up playing Fela. From that moment on, the whole school, plus teachers, plus principals, I called him Baba 70 because of the name I got. And they loved the way I played it. And after that, another friend within the same friend called me. His name is Benga. The first one was Daddy Ejito. The second guy was Benga. Benga said, oh, there's this theater group in St. Agnes Catholic Church. And this was how I switched from being a Protestant to a Catholic. So I went there, and the first play I did with them was Wedlock of the Gods by Sufola. And after that, I went to Udrak Playhouse. So I started going to different playhouses. I ended up working with Isaac John Asanya, who trained me. And in the course of that, I worked with other veteran directors, like the likes of Jimmy Odumosu, the likes of Uncle B, the likes of Ahmed Yarima, the likes of Felix Okolo, who also was very pivotal in my creative process as an actor. Why I'm saying that is because when I started working with him in 1998 up until 2018, he inspires me so much that when he's insulting me, I don't look at the insult. I focus more on that thing I want to take from him. I'm that kind of person. If I have something to take from you, no matter how much insult you haul at me, It's just like water on the back of a duck. And he will go at you and all that. Then there was a particular day he looked at me and said, William, I must decode you. There's something about you I can't place my hand on. People who have offended me in time past and all that, and I've blacklisted them. But you, I don't know. I will decode you. And I said to myself within myself after that, I said, good luck to your decoding. I hope you can. I really hope you can, because I'm that person that I can shut my system down if I want to get something from you. That even if the insult gets to me, it's just that fire that fires me up to want to do more. And he did that. Then there was a particular time he was looking at me. He said, William, sit down. He said, aside acting, what else do you do? For the life of me, there was nothing I could say. And he said, you're very stupid. I said, thank you, sir. He said, my friend, would you go there and carry armor and this thing and begin to learn how to build set? He said, the day you don't have acting, churches will be doing convention, will be doing crusade. You can go and build set for them. It doesn't have to be theater alone. Then, if you're not the one acting or you're not in the production, you can go there and tell them you can build their set. So go and be learning. And that was how I started learning how to build set. I learned how to make costumes. I learned how to write. And at the same time, I was watching him. I was watching other directors. And I was learning directing as well. So I finished secondary school in 1994, stretched up until 2003. I was not in school. But within the frame of 1993 and all that, because of shame, your environment you're in, people are showing that they are from this school and all that. Then I lied too. There's a good school here. I said, Ibadan. What did you study in Ibadan? Because I didn't know what to say. I said I did a diploma in theater arts, Ibadan. Then one day, a guy who finished like,
oh no,
well, yeah, I just tried to lie my way. Then I just ran away from the place. I didn't answer him anymore.
Right.
But the truth is, we have a lot of people like that. The reason I'm giving you this exclusive because I have never said it to others before.
You.
Because sometimes shame will drag you to the place where you tell a lie that you cannot. If there's a journey to that lie, that one day to the expose of that lie will come, no matter what you do. So just accept who you are as a person, accept what you do. So I said to myself, I need to go to school. Then in 1997, Williams Ekpo met me. I said, William, please, I need you to help me handle these rehearsals. I'm going to Akwa Ibom. I think either Akwa Ibom or Calabar for a function, and I'm going to be away for some weeks. Can you help me? And that was how I started handling and directing ENG 154, a theater workshop program in English department. And I did that from that time up until 2010. Then within that frame, I sat down one day. This was in 2003. And I recapitulating over all the things I've done with these students for like 5 years or 6 years. And I see them graduate. I see some of them come back to be lecturers.
Wow.
And I'm being called associate director because I'm from outside. So they call me associate director of the creative arts department. It wasn't the creative arts department as at that time.
Okay.
I joined the department all the time I was being trained as when they were doing certificate program, but I was just an external actor. So once I stepped in and everybody knew me to be in creative arts. So I saw them graduating. I was like, man, that night we were having an all-night rehearsal, and I said to myself, I stepped outside. It was so heavy on me. I stepped outside and I was between the Senate building, main auditorium, engineering, student affairs, and the Faculty of Arts. Just that pack there.
And that's Unilag, yeah?
Yes, Unilag. And I looked up and I said, God, I want to go to this school. I'm tired helping people graduate. I want to go to this school. And within seconds, I just heard within my spirit, this school you will go. And everything that you need to go to this school, I have provided. I thought it was a joke. Then the following week, I was in my sister's house. She's here now, as at that time.
Right.
And I was reading the newspaper and I saw University of Lagos admissions and all that. And the requirement for this, I just carried my certificate. The next day, I ran to the school.
Wow.
I tendered my certificate and they looked at it and they said it's one of the best certificates. Oh, God, you said that you have provided. I just kept quiet about it. That same moment, my phone rang and I picked the phone up. The person I worked for, Wale Macaulay, is late now, said, William, are you free? I worked for him on that same project he was calling me for that same day. I worked with him back in the days. And the way God knit it together, you will know it is God. And he called me and said, we want to do this show on Saturday. And are you free? I said, yes, I'm free. I said, how much are we? He said, we don't have much. It's just 60,000 naira. The exact amount I was looking for.
Wow.
The exact amount. That's why I tell you, I never take God out of my equation, no matter what. I don't care how I behave and all that, but I know God loves me stupidly. And he loves me crazily. So we did the show. Prior, the day we do the show, he says I should come see him the next day. I went. He paid me the money to go and pay my school fees. I took flyers and went to distribute. Then I got to the venue of the, what's it called, where he wants me to take the flyer to. It was a church. And guess what? The person I met, this God is a great God. The person I met coming out of the church was the former producer of the same play we were about to do. And he looked at me and said, William, what are you doing here? I said, sir, I came to this fire to the church. I said, oh, really? Okay. Let's find time to meet. Take my card, come to my office. And I went to his office. And we sat down. The day he said I should come. He said, tell me about yourself. I finished talking and all that. He said, take this paper. So the idea in my own head was, this one, a big man is telling you to come. You must be prepared. That's what they say. Preparedness meets opportunity and boom, the spark will fly. I said, okay, there's this bakery that is folding up in my area then around Ikbaja. The whole amount to get the bakery and to set it up was like 400 and something to 600,000. And I said, okay, if I ask him to loan me 1 million, I can pay for it, then use the remaining money to start off, buy flowers, fix it, and some things that need to be fixed, and start baking bread. People eat. You can never lose.
Bread is a staple.
You understand? Bread is a staple that if you don't have rice, you can buy bread. And I opened my mind. I said, there's this baker. I said, what do you want me to do for you? I said, there's this baker. I said, William, I don't know you to be a baker. But I know you to be a wonderful actor. You know what? He pulled out 4 pieces of A4 paper and said, go to the boardroom there, sit down and write everything that you need in school and all that. Then come and bring it to me. Everything that you need to take care of you till you finish this session. Then we'll talk about the
other thing later.
So I brought it to him. He looked at it. So he gave me 10,000 naira and said, take this one and go and stock up food in your this thing and manage yourself. Then come on Thursday and pick up your school fees. Wow. So while we were doing this thing, the production happened and we finished. Then I carried the school fees. I went straight to the HRDB and paid for the next session. Semester. Once I finished paying, because the 60,000 was just what they said to start off with. I didn't know there were other things to pay for. Like at the end of the day, the first fees that sought you out was almost 100 130 something thousand as at that time, and 60,000, 90,000.
Yeah.
So I was able to get that. Then once I came back to him to collect the school fees. It was in the envelope. He gave it to me and said, William, from now till you finish, I will pay your school fees.
Oh, wow.
I was excited. But God had something coming.
Hmm.
And God wanted to teach me something too. And also to teach him as well. And I went to meet him and we got talking. We were... so I came back again for my next semester session.
Yeah.
And he said he's not attending to me. That he's not going to take care of it anymore. That I lied to him. I said, tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. And the lady said he doesn't want to see you. I said, okay, if he doesn't want to see me, you tell me. So he thinks the money he gave to you, you went to use it to buy shares and all that, blah, blah, blah. I said, the devil is a liar and from the pit of hell. Why so? I don't say the woman who he handed me over to. You know, when God puts somebody in your care, a person is meant to be in your care, not in another person's care, your care. And he thinks by doing that, he was doing division of labor. Not with God, when God put people. God and, what's his name, Samuel, went to meet Eli and said, were you calling me? He said, go back inside. Go and sleep again. He came back until he said, when you hear it again, answer. Here I am, Lord. And the lady told me, like me, the only shares I bought before I even met him, I was not in school when I bought it. It was 7,000 Naira shares, about 10,000 units and all that. Till tomorrow. I don't know what happened to it. And I know it's upgraded now because at the time it was shut down. So that went on and I started crying that day. And it was like 15 minutes for for them to close the account.
Wow.
So I will carry that
payment,
whatever
the
over.
Debt. Yeah, over.
I didn't know what propelled me. I was just walking up the staircase and I went straight into my lecturer's office. Dr. Chris Anyoku is now a professor. I direct his plays. Any play he's ever written when I was in school, I'm the one that always launch it out for him. I just walked into his area and he looked at me and said, William, what's wrong with you? I said, nothing. He said, no, this is not the William I know. You're always lively and all that. What's happening? The moment I opened my mouth, I started crying. He said, no. What's the problem? I said, he says, school fees, open the drawer. As I opened it, there's this load of cash there. He said, count out your school fees and take. I did that and straight off I went to the bank. I entered, they were telling me, no, they can't, they've closed. I said, no, you can't close. If you close, we'll burn this whole place down. I was at the manager said, what's the problem? I said, as I'm talking to you now, I didn't have this money. Somebody just helped me now and I need to pay. He said, okay. Said, you attend to him and all that. And that was how I paid. So I now said, thinking about what this man did. So the next one that was to come, this was my third year. And I was like, oh God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do it? So there was this night I kept crying. I kept praying. Then I started singing Don Mion's song, Be Still and Know That I Am God. And it went on and on and on and on until I became still. Then I heard the voice. It said, open your phone. Search this person out on your phone. I did. It said, send a message to the person. I sent the message to the person. In less than 2 minutes, the person called, sent the message back and said, William, meet me in my office tomorrow at GRA. Meet me in my office tomorrow at GRA Ogudu. GRA Keja.
Right.
Ududua Way. And come and collect your school fees. That money you say you have, you keep it. Use that to maintain yourself.
Wow. And that was how you paid your way through school?
So I went to meet that person and she looked at me. Somebody I met in the Catholic Church. Right. I was at ADC then, but all those years I was lying about school and all that. She didn't really believe me, but I didn't want to because God was. But when I said, William, tell me about yourself. And I finished talking. called the chief accountant and said, write a check. They gave me the check. I went quickly. The HRDB Unilag said, no, they don't accept check. You must do a bank draft. I went back to her and said, that's not a problem. Commanded the HRA again. I mean, the chief account officer said, go and draw up a bank draft. And that one went and said, when she left, he said, William, talk to me. Tell me about yourself. By the time I finished talking, he said, William, I'm going to do something for you. And I said, what, ma? In my head, I was praying, God, you shouldn't ask me what I can't give. At the end of the day, she said, from now, he said, but you're going to do like this. I said, okay. He said, from now till you finish your school, I'm going to take care of it.
Wow.
And that was it. One, God gave me two. One person, the person handed me over to another. The second, that's the lesson I'm telling you now. The second person God gave me, that one said I should not tell anybody. It is a secret. You must not tell anybody. And handled it. My final year, my school fees was increased. I was afraid to go to her and all that. My phone rang and she was the one calling. And I picked up the call and said, is it not time to take your school fees? I said, I just have a little problem. They increased the fees. So I said, so my friend, will you come and collect your school fees? And I went and I collected it and I went to pay, and that was it. A year later, I got a friend to do a painting because I have friends in visual arts. I got a friend to do a painting that I paid for. And I went to present it to paintings to her, and they said, my son has brought painting for me. I said, well, have you started work? I said, no, myself. I'm not asking for anything. No. I said, thank you. God bless you, ma. And that was how I finished school. And within that frame of school, I was doing other film gig, but it wasn't paying off because you're not getting leading roles, you're not getting even supporting roles. I just saw it as my training ground and the diligence and the consistency in doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Then I did a film with Tunde Kilani. Back in 1990, in the 90s, I did a film with Theophilus Akatugba called Blood on My Hand. And with Isaac John, I did another film and all that. I hardly can remember the name of the film, but I can remember the poster and all that we did. And these were the days of Nollywood. And within the 90 period, I was also on Tales by Moonlight. And these were my journey within the 90s. And within the millennium, I got a gig before I was in school with a lady called Vicky Productions, where we did Us, US. It was a partnership between her company and NTA. Then the next one I did also again was Broken Song, which was another partnership between Venus Media and NTA. And after that, I got a gig with the BBC. They came for an audition that I passed, and some of us passed, and that was how we started Story Voices from the market. Story, yes. So Story, I was Oga Ezekiel. Story, yes. Lovina was my wife. What's his name?
And there was the trader and also man or
Toby,
something like that.
Yeah, you have the traders and all the other people, Bello. So we did the audition, the pilot episode here in Lagos. Then we were all taken to Abuja every 2 weeks in every month to shoot 12 episodes, sometimes 13 episodes. And for the first time, we were paid good money. And I realized that whilst I was in school, I was doing this job. But because God has said himself to pay the school fees, I never use the money that I make from that to ever try to pay for it, because before I know what is happening, the money is not there.
For it. And
I'm asking myself, but I worked. Where's the money? He says everything you need to go through the school, I have provided. So God is a father who knows what you need and how you need it. And if he deprives you of some certain things, it's not that he hates you. He said, I wish above all things that you prosper, be in good health, even as thy soul prospers. He says, I will bring you to your expected end. My desire for you is to bring you to your expected end. Your expected end, the end that you are actually expecting. That thing, you want everything to be good. And he knows that you need it. But he needs to train you, which was the formative years of my being as going through all those processes in the arts. Then I did Campus Queen with Tunde Kilani. Then we did Laugh Patterns in this period too. All those will see what you're calling skits today. Alpha Vision started it as Laugh Patterns, and it was just snippets, 1 minute, and we could do like 100 in one day, and we were all creative, thinking things out then. So we did all that. Then I partnered with Terror Culture. We started doing theater at Terror.
Right.
I had some partnership as well with a production company in Benin Republic called Atelier Nomad.
Okay.
Where with the National Troupe of Nigeria, the school there, and the National Theatre Ghana. And they came for the audition. I passed. Then we moved to Benin Republic, where I was there for 3 months with some other actors from Ghana. And we did a production by Israel Orovitz called...
So if you don't mind, let me bring you to the very recent years.
Yes.
You have said a lot about how you got the gig with Kim Adetiba.
Yes.
But before we go into that, let's do a short commercial break. But that's not over. Stay tuned and we'll pick up from there. Welcome back. We're still discussing with William Benson, and he's been telling us a fantastic story of how he became what he has become today. It's been so humbling and very inspiring. So So after that production in Ghana and all that, then I started doing the theater at Terra. Then I met Joseph Edgar. I was in London when Bolan Justin Peters called me and said, "William, where are you?" I said, "I'm in London." He said, "When are you back?" I said, "Friday." He said, "Okay, I want you to meet someone." And that was how I partnered with Joseph Edgar. Okay.
And the person I was coming to meet, I didn't know it was the person I told 4 years ago.
Right.
That we're going to work together, because I spoke it to be. Then 2016, I'm meeting the person, and I was gisting with the person, not knowing that was the person I was coming to meet.
Wow.
And the next thing he said, the manager of Terror Culture shows up and said, "You guys have met?" I said, "Who?" He said, "That's the person you're coming." Oh my goodness. And that was how we started with Loud Whispers. And for the from 2016 till 2024.
Right.
2024, yes. We've done several things for him. And we built it from Katunga Media to what you call today the Duke of Shomolu production.
Right.
So I met with Tunde Kilani again in 2019. I did Ajoche. 2018, Ajoche with Africa Magic.
Right.
Then 2019, I did Unbroken. Then 2020, we did a film with Rock. What's it called again?
Rock Studios.
Yeah, Rock Studios. Fractured.
Okay.
But that didn't come out. I was upset with it. Like,
Right.
what's this? Why are you holding film? Because you have an issue with the director and all that. I don't know what happened. Are you showing it somewhere else? Let us know. Because it inspires us as actors to know that we have something going. Then I joined St. Fireman's Ministry, and he asked me one day, I said, "William, what do you do?" I said, "I'm a theater director." I said, "No." Film. I said, "I'm a theater director and actor." I said, "No, film." He said, "Film. Just accept." I said, "Okay, film." And that was it. He helped me to find my purpose. My purpose was to be a filmmaker.
Right.
And from that moment on, everything just changed. So leading to 2023, To Kill a Monkey, I was in church. We went for evangelism, and once we finished, I came back. I wasn't satisfied, so I took more flyers and went back again. So I came back. As I stepped in, and he looked at me and said, I was hungry, so I went into the church restaurant to eat. And he said, I saw him there. He said, "Kneel down, let me bless you." As I was going there, I said, I finished. I was like, what kind of kneel down and I finished? Like Yoruba would say, "Mi o ti fe kun ba ni eti mi eti pari." So the next day, I didn't know Kemi was doing an audition. I didn't even know there was anything going on. Then Tola Odunsi that I've worked with, when I pulled out my phone, it was Tola's call I saw. So I said, "William, what's wrong with you now? Why are you not picking Kemi's call?" I said, "Who is Kemi?" He said, "Kemi Adetiba." I said, "When?" She didn't call me. I said, "Oh." He said, "Check your phone." I said, "Okay, let me check." And I checked 4 missed calls. So I called her back. I said, "Oh, William, I'll call you back." I thought, I said, "Hey, village people have started." Immediately she called back, and we were on the phone for an hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours. And he said, and it was just Kemi that was talking. I could feel her passion. I could feel her childish,
Energy.
candid
Expression.
or opinion about what she wants to do. And I said, okay. I said, William, we need you. I said, okay. William, we need you. I said, okay. William, we need you. I said, okay. He said, William, we need. I said,
Wow.
I'm in. He said, hey, that's what I want to hear.
Wow.
My brother will call you, then we'll talk. Then when we got on set, that was when the revelation of what transpired happened. He said they've done auditions, they've searched for the only 2 people they got. They were not satisfied because they were having different opinion or something going on. But yeah, she said they were working one evening, that same evening that my pastor told me.
Oh.
They didn't know my pastor's side. They knew their own part. And he said they were just going then. My name just came into her head. Then she remembered that she's asked me to do an audition for King of Boys.
Right.
That she didn't like. I told her, me too, I didn't like the audition. She said, why is that? I don't like self-tape. I'd rather be in the space where it's happening. You audition me then. You feel the energy.
Right.
Here, I'm the one self-taping myself. I may just not be doing it right. So she now said, she remembered that I did Herbert Macaulay affair. She remembered I was on Tola's. Then she called Tola.
Right.
When said, what do you think about this guy, William Benson and all this? William, I said, please, Kemi, give it to him.
Oh.
This is the break this guy has been looking for. This guy is one of the best in the industry, but I've never gotten the opportunity to say, please give him. And that was how I got the role.
Wow.
And whilst we were on it, I told Kemi, I said, this period we're in, yours I am, yours I want to be. Do with me what you will. Why? This gig is your gig. I felt your passion the way you were talking about it. I'm not going to put any effort than being an actor. So I'm a tool in your hand. Mold me the way you want to see me.
Right.
And bring me to the place. Drive me to that place that you want to drive me to.
What was the first scene that was recorded on King of Boys?
First scene that was recorded.
That you were a part of?
Yes, first scene that was recorded. I think it was the scene where my laptop was missing.
Oh, the one with the where you had gone to pitch, and then it was a plank or something.
Yes, so it was the scene before the interview where I met the man. I remember we were on the road on Olosa. That was where we started from, and that was where she told me all the story. So that was the first scene we did. Then into the street, then to the bus, me jumping into the bus. Then it was later on, I think in the evening, I think another day that we shot the continuation of it in the office where I showed the plank. Those were the scenes I still have.
Quite ironic though. I mean, you had mentioned to me earlier that you had walked to lead to pitch that you wanted to get into a new school. And that was the very first scene to pitch. Because I remember that scene, you stayed by the gate and waited for the CEO to come, and then you raised your hand and you said 215 mil.
15 mils. And the man said, you got to I said, yes, sir.
Quite interesting. So, what was the experience like for you on set, working with Damasos and everyone on set?
It was fun. So God orchestrated everyone on that set. Buchi Buchi's a human being. I love him so much. Buchi's a human being. Stella, I've always loved.
Chidimokeme.
This was the first time I'm ever working with Chidimokeme, even ever since I've been in the industry. And the camaraderie, everybody, there was no chips on the shoulder. Everybody was, you see God at work in everybody. Humility was at play. And the collaborative effort was so mind-boggling. Collaborative. We were all collaborative, and it's one place I always come to in the arts. There, I say I'm a propounder or a pro collaboration when it comes to the arts. Some actors come with the mindset of competition. They want to. What's wrong with this? I always feel like it's better than everybody, but no. We all come into that space, and everybody's given an assignment. Carry out your assignment. I can't be you as a character in the same film. You can't be my character in the same film. We have to carry out the assignment, which are the characters that have been given to us or we've been saddled with to deliver. So knowing who your character is and knowing who you are and separating yourself from your character and entering into the immersion of your character, bring the light out.
Absolutely.
And allowing a director guide you. And with Kemi, I tell her she's one of the best directors I've ever worked with. And I always see her when I'm working with directors who are not strong. I always bring her to this space to direct me in my head. Because
excellent.
you carry lessons from her that becomes a mantra that guides you through every space you find yourself.
Interesting. Let's talk about let's talk about your latest the one you've come to Olamide. Tell us about the journey leading to that, the audition process, how you got into character Iyase, and what the experience was on set.
I didn't do audition there because I've worked with James before. James knows my strength, my capacity, and knows that I'm a very committed actor when it comes to what I do. So there was this day I was at home just resting and I didn't want to do anything. I got a call and it was James. Say, William, are you free? I said, yes. Are you free to shoot? Are you doing any other thing? I said, no, I'm just at home. He said, okay, somebody will call you. And the person who called was Fatima. Then Fatima said, this is what we're doing. I will send you the script, I'll send you the contract and all of this, how much we're looking at. I said, no, you guys, so we negotiated. By the time we're done, 2-3 days after, I found myself in Benin, Fuga, Edo State, and meeting with the different people and the new set of people I'll be working with and the role I'll be playing. It was funny that when I read the script, we read it in English, but they didn't tell us we were going to speak 90-something% Edo language and 1% English. They didn't tell us. We were thinking, it was when we got to the airport, we were in the vehicle. That's when I started hearing, we're speaking Benin all through. I was like, They didn't tell me this. And by the time we got there, James said, don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. James is one wonderful director also. Another director that I always love to work with because he's very clear-headed what he wants to do and how he wants to achieve what he wants to achieve. And he knows what he's doing. So we got through it and he said, don't worry, I'll take you through it. So we got a language instructor and Olamide was shot within 14 days.
Wow.
And we spoke the Fuga language, the Edo language, Benin language rather, from the top to the end, except when I was speaking to the white man.
Oh, I see.
And that was it.
Interesting.
The first line was, take your people and leave my kingdom. And he says, I'm not joking and I will not repeat myself. And the next one, he says, I told you I was the savior of my people, but you would not listen. And that was the end of his head. And that's the only English I spoke there. The rest was the language.
Why do you think people should go out and watch Olamide?
People should go out and watch Olamide because Olamide is what they need to see right now. 1, 2, we need to carry on our history. We need to carry on our culture because if we don't tell our stories and we don't support our stories, the Western world will keep telling our stories where an African or a Nigerian person from Benin or from any part of Nigeria will be speaking like somebody from South Africa. My brother, so you don't know what you do. Oh, come, let me show you. That's not how we talk.
Right.
That's not how we talk. Even my being in the UK, all the years I've been in the UK, even when I came to work with Goldman Sachs Investment Bank as an intern from Nigeria, I did not, all the way there, pardon me, what are you saying? What did you say? I need to hear you. And all that. Right. So holding our culture, being true to who we are as a people is is our capacity to lend support to where we come from rather than burn it down. So Olamide carries our truth, Olamide carries our culture, Olamide carries our tradition, Olamide carries our being, who we are as a people. And we need to go out and see it. We need to support the effort of Gold Lily's production and to really, really support it because it's not easy to have put up an epic film like that and we don't have people clamoring for it. And I know that they will gain a lot. And those of us in diaspora, when was the last time you went home? When was the last time you got in touch with culture? When was the last time you were up front in a cinema watching something from Africa? Why should we take it to Cannes and the people in Cannes are talking about it and excited and all that? Then it was meant for. We were just ignoring it. Don't ignore it, please. I need everybody to go out. Olamide is the in thing, and you will see the merge of our tradition and AI, and the fusion of the capacity for technology, bringing you to the place of seeing what happens in the esoterical world when it comes to people making incantations or expressing power with regards to the deities of the African culture.
Right. So, on a final note,
yes, please.
Is this what you've always wanted?
I couldn't do any other thing. I couldn't do any other thing, even if I tried. I tried going into epoxy flooring system. I functioned very well, but I wasn't happy. Good money in it, but I wasn't happy. And the people I worked with, they just see the fire that burns in me that, man, this guy is good. To the point that the girlfriend of the person I was working for saw me and said, man, don't lose that guy. He sells like a wild card. He pushes and people are already buying. But the person who she was telling doesn't have the capacity to contain that information. To the point that he says, so William, go and do your marketing job and all that. I went to Inca Hospital to sell the product to them. They wanted to do 3,600 and something square meterage of floor. But when I finished selling, they said, we're going to do that floor. We're going to do the roof of it. We're going to do the walls of it. And imagine what you have up is the same thing you have down. And I told them, is 9,000 that will give them XYZ amount from the 9,000. And my boss comes and they want to see my boss. And my boss started worrying about how much he was going to pay me. And how much is he going to pay me? All I was charging him per square meter was 100 naira. So if you do 100 naira times, that's like 300 and something thousand. So if you do it both ways, any which way, I will not earn above 1.5 or 1.6 million. And you'll be making close to 700 million to 900 million.
Did he take it?
And he walked in and told them, well, William told you this, you know what? I'm going to do it for you for 4,500.
Wow.
I wanted to, can you feel the silence? That was what happened to me. And I was like, and the quantity surveyor saw that he wanted to mess me up. And the white man who is in charge also knew he wanted to mess me up because I told them they will make money from it. They know that this is business and they were behind me rather than behind him. And the quantity surveyor looked at me and looked at him and said, well, even at that, we'll still cut it down. We'll still price it down. And he knew he messed up.
Yeah.
Because if you could slash it by half.
By half.
And you're telling us, it means that it's not worth the half you're trying to push it us, then we'll bring it down.
Even your profit margin is down.
Yeah. And that was how we lost it.
Wow.
And I walked with him into his car. We went back to the office. We were in the car. He said, William, I'm sorry about that. I said, there's nothing. We got to the office. I sat him down. I told him, can I have a word with you, a conversation with you? And I said, from this moment on, I don't want to say I'm resigning, but I will rather work as an intermediary, marketing intermediary between you and any client I bring. So I'm not under you. I'm not in your company because I want to sell your product for you. I want to push you, but you don't have the capacity to push yourself. So this is what I'm going to do. When I bring you to a client, if you mess the client up, I will fight for the client. If I bring a client to you and the client messes up, I will fight the client for you. So I'm responsible
for both parties.
to bringing both parties together. So I'm also more like the operation officer who would work in the middle office and the back office to make sure that things are moving on. And that was how I ended that whatever with that person. So you could see that I am not welcome in such an environment, but in the arts, no matter how they fight me, I create my own. I created Quebec 4 Productions.
Right.
And Quebec 4 Production has been on since.
Great.
And we did our first play last year. I wrote that called The Rising Sun about Voranwe. I went through a lot because God was taking me through a lot in order to understand people more. And in that film, I talked about it on A Time with Chude,
Right.
where we finished the production. Things didn't go the way we planned, and I lost a lot of money, and I wasn't able to pay the actors. And I promised them that no matter what happens, everybody must be paid. The Bible says the laborer deserves his wages, and I'm up for it. I don't care how long it's going to take. Everybody will be paid, must be paid. Then every money that I made throughout last year, I was using it to sort them out in some percentage. And they didn't understand what I was going through. To them, I was sitting on money and I didn't want to pay them. There was insults everywhere. I didn't take heed to the insult because I know how to deflect insults. You don't know what I don't need to. All I owe you is the money that you worked for. So you have the right to say whatever you want to say. But what I won't take is for you to tarnish my image out there on social media. Then you expect me to pay you, because if you tarnish it there, I don't get jobs. I don't have money to pay you. So please desist from doing this trash that you're doing. Some of them were hell-bent, and the funny part of it, those who were hell-bent to insult me, to mess me up, to say whatever they needed to say, to prove a point that they could deal with me, are people that I've supported in time past. People that, when they didn't have money to come from wherever they were in Nigeria, they spoke to me. I said, don't worry. I sent money to them, paid for their transport and for the audition. They finished the audition and they were taken because I approved. I am the director. I approved because I knew that I asked them to come. Now they said, oh, this is how much they're giving. I'm giving them 100,000. I said, no. Because they came from outside, you give them 250. So they have 200 to say they came to Lagos to work, 50,000 for transportation back to where they came from. That's the least I can do. And that was it. And this same person, he didn't have a place. I was the one that spoke to another person and said, please let him stay in your place. He had issues with his wife. I was the one that stepped in to say, no, you can't leave your wife. For the sake of your child, you have to learn to work together. I say, can two work together except they agree? And you must come to a place where sometimes you need to agree. No matter how terrible it is, you just need to agree. There is a way you agree that will wear the person down, then they will begin to fall back.
I'm going to jump on that topic of wife. You have maintained a no-talk policy. Is that still the case as of today?
Yes, it's still the case.
Okay, great. On that note, to wrap up this very exciting conversation with William Benson, it's taking us in and out of church. And we really do love it. Thank you so much for creating this request for us to have you here. We really do appreciate it. And we hope that when we call you next time, you'll be glad to join us.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much also for watching. It's been a fantastic opportunity to talk with him and to share with you his story about from grass to grace, literally. And we're delighted to celebrate him as well. Thank you very much. Until next time, we'll bring another fantastic individual who is making waves. Until next time, my name is Olamide, and bye for now.